Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again, and today we have the paint scheme that literally just won the Coca-Cola 600, and this is one of the coolest paint schemes out there, and one of the greatest marketing jobs we have seen in years. I have to give so much props and credit to everyone on board with this 12-card paint scheme, the Bodyarmor camp, the Penske Cats, for not only keeping this paint scheme hidden, getting it produced overseas, and having it shipped not just by air freight, by actual shipping, like boats. Takes forever, right? Months. Having it perfectly, like, hidden, and then they show it up at the racetrack. They do a reveal project, and it's already ready to buy, not only online, but at the racetrack. That is how NASCAR Diecast merchandise should be all the time. And to me, it's personally asinine how it's not like that anymore. But great job by them. This is an awesome paint scheme that literally just won the 600. This is officially called the Bodyarmor Camo Ford Mustang. And here's a little bit of a Larry McNugget, which is interesting. There's no patriotic banner on this. So that makes you kind of wonder, are they going to run this paint scheme again this year as just a normal paint scheme? Naturally, you could add your own patriotic stuff to it. But this would work well also as a normal paint scheme for your diecast.motion. So, let's go ahead and pop out this Blaney diecast. Alrighty folks, brand new out of the box, and holy cow, this diecast is amazing. Bro, if you have not gotten this diecast yet, run over there to Circle Diecast and check if it's in stock. I actually didn't even remember ordering this. Like, I went to, because I usually do my orders in bunches, right? So I went over there to Circle B Diecast, and I was like, okay, I want this Blaney Bodyarmor car. And sure enough, it was sold out. I even looked for the sports water car, the white, black, and red car. It was sold out as well. So I must have ordered this one weeks ago and totally forgot about it. That was like a blessing in disguise because this car was sold out at Circle B. And if they don't restock it, well, rut-row. Oh, I cannot stress it enough. Go check it out. You can use that promo code down below to help you save on shipping. Use code Diecastbuffet and you'll save. And I tell you what, man, this diecast is incredible. It's got like a satin matte sheen to it. It doesn't have the patriotic banners and stuff, which some people might not like that. But let me, you know, reiterate. This is way before the Coke 600. They might not even known what banner they were going to run for the Coke 600, to be honest. And for those purists that want the true, accurate Coke 600 paint scheme, they're most likely going to be making the raced version of it. So you can get a standard version you can use for your diecast stop motions or whatever. And then you get the Coke 600 raced version that's going to have all your patriotic glitz and glamour to it. So you got Bodyarmor Sports Drink right there. You have this very cool camouflage pattern. I really, really like this. And this bright, like, I wouldn't say Ferrari red, but it's definitely a bright sports car red. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. You got the Pinzo logo, the Ford decal there. You got the number 12, get Sunoco. And it's just so cool how this car was already ready to go. And he freaking won the race in it. It's just... that's how diecast used to be. You know, they would reveal a freaking Mark Martin paint scheme, and boom, it's already at the racetrack, you know. Oh, look at that, Dale Jr.'s new paint scheme. Oh, it's already at the racetrack. And nowadays, it's like a new paint scheme, and then you have like a 6-month clock. So if a new paint scheme is revealed in June or July, it's going to be under the Christmas tree at the earliest opportunity if they don't air freight it, which usually if they air freight it, it's still like 4 months away. So my point is that I think one of the biggest mistakes the diecast market is having is they do not capitalize on the hype. You know, pre-ordering, yeah, you can pre-order a diecast when you're hyped up to get it, but I feel like they would be far more successful if they would actually have the diecast ready to purchase, like right when the diecast is ready to go. Like right when they reveal the paint scheme for this weekend at whatever racetrack, guess what? There's already diecast at the racetrack for it. The distributors online have it, and you might be thinking, okay, well, that might lead to a lot of overstock, a little bit of over-ordering, because sometimes their marketing teams, you know, can't predict all the sales. Well, what I would suggest is a small quantity. We have seen them do another batch of diecasts, like Kyle Busch's M&M's car, I think, for 2021 or 2022. And then they did it for Chase Elliott's paint scheme in those years as well. They re-released it months later because they needed a restock. I would do the same thing. Release you know, I would say an average amount of diecasts and immediately when the paint scheme's revealed. I know I'm kind of ranting here, but and if they completely sell out and they need more, they can always make more. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like they don't capitalize on the hype, and they would make a lot more money doing so. You get Wabash Menards, Bodyarmor Sports Drink, whatever the biff that is worth. I do love how the logos down here are white letters with a little bit of a black background, so you can easily see it and it doesn't abstract from the race car. You have a very cool number 12. I love that Penske 12. With the green outline to it. You have that red ribbon right there. Cup Series, Goodyear. Got the NASCAR 75th anniversary. You got Ryan Blaney, and you can really see the lettering so well on this diecast because they have that black outlining, and it's very, very sharp. I like that when you can easily read it. Got Advanced Auto Parts, Dex Imaging, Ford PPG, Mazak, Dent Wizard, and Discount Tire. So you go to the caboose of this diecast. You got Bodyarmor right there. Not sure what that logo is on the right side. You get the Ford license plate. Number 12, beautiful, beautiful diecast, man. Wow. Now, I'm not sure what camo this is. There's like 1,000 different camo variations. Anyone who's interested in military stuff would know that. So I don't want to incorrectly pronounce the camo, but it looks really, really cool. Definitely a nice blend of colors. Really, really nice. And the fact that he won in this paint scheme is just so cool. It just adds to the value of it. And that brings me to the question, will this diecast dry up? I have no idea. You know, I have no idea how many they made of it, but I got to give Bodyarmor a huge round of applause because they did a great job hiding their paint schemes. You know, at first I was a little bit skeptical. It's like they're offering pre-orders for the Bodyarmor camo car, but there's no artwork of it. There's no preview. You don't know if it's going to look like a duck or it's going to look like a Ferrari. And then they revealed the paint scheme. I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. And he freaking wins in it. Get Snap-on right there on the roof, Blaney, and then there's nothing on the deck lid, which is interesting. Also, the stripe, I don't know why, but it's a little bit crooked there. It's interesting how the stripe's small, larger stripe to cover the top of the car, then it goes back to the cylinder stripe, so it's kind of interesting. But regardless, man, if you have not picked up this diecast, what are you doing? I mean, what are you doing? This is an awesome Ryan Blaney paint scheme. If from afar, and I'm going to blur it out just a little bit, does that not look like Jeremy Mayfield's Mountain Dew car from like 03 or 04? You know, it really does give me some Mountain Dew vibes. When I seen this car turning laps on the track, I'm like, you know, if you squint just enough, kind of reminds you of that Mayfield Mountain Dew Dodge Intrepid. So the older fans, I think, might get a kick out of that. Now, in terms of wheel color, it seems like they never could get it right, to be honest with you, because if you look at the 124s, they have like a very chrome aluminum style to it, and I'll use the end of this X-Acto knife as an example. But you see, it kind of has like that little shine to it, right? Well, the spokes on the wheels have that. The 124s have that, right? The real race car has that. It might not be as bright and vibrant, but it's certainly not this like, I don't know what you'd call this, gunpowder gray. I don't know. The wheels are really all over the place. Personally, if I wanted to, I could just swap these out with black wheels and then repaint them exactly how I want. But regardless, this is one of the best looking next-gen cars I have seen. Highly, highly recommend it. And if they're offering that 164 raced version of it, go ahead and pick it up. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's a Coke 600 raced version. It was a classic race. It was chaotic because it was supposed to be ran Sunday and it got ran to Monday. Whole lot of crashes, controversy. Elliott gets suspended because of what he did in the race. Just, it's going to be one of those events decades from now. You're going to be like, man, I remember watching that type of thing. So thank you all so much for watching. Have a blessed one, everybody. And if you haven't seen the box design, they're pretty much the exact same, except maybe for the font, which the font looks 10 million times better than it did last year. Like, that looks like a motorsports font. Last year, it was just... It was kind of like the Bodyarmor font. Like, it looks good as the Bodyarmor, you know, sports drink logo, but it doesn't look good on a diecast box. I'm just keeping it real. These, I think they call it italic fonts, the Ford motion fonts. Those are the best motorsports fonts. Easily my favorite ones. So, thank you all so much for watching. Have a blessed one, everybody. Diecastbuffet. Shining off.